Good evening, everybody. I'm out here on this nice snowy day, nice snowy evening, getting ready to put together some new chicken housing I picked up. The store was it was a Tractor Supply for some other things, and I saw these chicken coops, these miniature chicken coops on sale. I know lots of people that have used them, but I've never had one myself, and now I have a couple of different breeds of birds that I'd like to keep separate. And the housing has been kind of a challenge, so I'll show you this chicken coop. So the coop is all unboxed, and I found the package of hardware and directions, which I am incredibly impressed with. In case anybody's ever put anything together like this, usually you just get a pamphlet and a large bag of hardware. However, these thoughtful folks packaged all the hardware in this nice little plastic doodad, and I'm assuming is correlated to the directions inside. And they were thoughtful enough to add in a warning: watch your head before entering to clean. Noted. All of the parts are assigned a number, or a letter in the instructions, and it's stamped onto each of the parts, as well as all the screws are assigned a code as well, and the directions seem to be very clear as to which part goes with which, or how the parts go together and which part to use. So assembly appears like it's going to be fairly straightforward and pretty simple. I'm going to get to it and see how it goes. One very neat feature I found of the design of this coop is all the holes seem to be pre-drilled for the drywall screws to go into, but then also there are, you can see that hole there, there are pegs on the pieces, holes and pegs on the pieces, so they go together easily and should zip right together. The directions recommend a screwdriver, but I will be using a screw gun for time considerations, as it's cold, very cold, and I'd like to get this project completed tonight. If you're using a screw gun, you just have to use a little extra care and maybe turn the clutch down a little bit so you don't split any of the wood. Just a quick note here: when assembling the back panel of the chicken coop, sorry for the lighting, there are no pegs. So if you're assembling this on the snow-covered grass like I am, you need to take a little extra care to make sure the bottom edges are lined up. And I worked from the bottom. I put both bottom screws in. There's 6 screws that hold the end panel on, and started with the bottom on each side and then worked my way up, just making sure everything was lined up on the coop as I put it together. I've seen some of these in the stores that are really shoddily put together, but I do believe this, with as long as you take a little bit of care, it should be a relatively sturdy assembly. And here is the finished product. Only took me about an hour to do, including stopping for videos and falling my fingers and all that sort of stuff, figuring out the directions, but I think the chickens should be happy with it. Even Swirly Ghetto Lion thinks it's awesome.